Yes, these things do affect us, and we know that there is what we call bad eye, evil eye, or even magic, uh, which is prevalent, and people do it against one another. What we have to understand is that it is not possible to completely eliminate all these things. That's not in our hands. What we have to do is, and what is in our hands is basically to protect ourselves. So if we are protected, and if we have a safeguard around us against these things, then we will not be affected, first of all. And if we get affected, then we'll come out of it very quickly. So that's where your prayers and practices and special recitations that we give to the students, they all help. So it's not that sometimes what happens is that you can feel it, you can see things, but in many situations you don't even know. And especially when you start the practices, you become more sensitive and you become more aware, and you can feel these things more. It doesn't mean that you didn't have these things around you. Um, they were they were there around you, but you couldn't see them, you couldn't feel them, because there was a kind of layer around you which basically prevented you from feeling and seeing these things. They were always there. They were causing harm or doing whatever they were supposed to do, but since you are not aware, you are not protecting yourself. So when you do spiritual practices, you become more aware, you become more sensitive, and then you start seeing and feeling these things. And therefore, it's very important that you protect yourself against these things. And especially if, as we know, that different people are different, and if someone is experiencing some difficulties, then they should immediately contact their group managers, and they would be able to help. There are certain general recitations for protection, like 33 verses, but in certain cases, for a special need, some additional practices or recitations can be assigned so that you are protected.